Malaysia is a relatively large nation in Southeast Asia. It covers a significant land area of approximately 330,803 square kilometers. This territory is divided into two main regions, Peninsular Malaysia and East Malaysia on the island of Borneo. The country is blessed with abundant natural resources. These include petroleum, natural gas, tin, timber, and palm oil, which have historically formed the backbone of its economy. Malaysia's population stands at around 34 million people as of 2025, a diverse mix of ethnicities and cultures. This demographic profile presents both opportunities for a vibrant society and challenges for national cohesion, influencing its developmental path. In stark contrast, Singapore is a diminutive island city-state. Its total land area is merely 734 square kilometers, making it one of the smallest countries in the world. This limited geographical footprint means Singapore possesses virtually no natural resources of its own. It must import almost everything it needs, from food and water to energy. The population of Singapore is approximately 5.9 million people. This population is highly urbanized and densely packed. The nation's primary resource has always been its people, necessitating a focus on human capital development from its very inception as an independent state. The initial endowments of these two neighboring countries could not have been more different. Malaysia began its journey with a wealth of land and natural riches, offering a seemingly straightforward path to resource-driven economic growth. Singapore, on the other hand, started with severe limitations. It faced the daunting prospect of survival with no hinterland and no raw materials. This fundamental difference in starting conditions has profoundly shaped their respective national strategies and priorities over the decades since they both gained independence from British colonial rule and briefly were part of the same federation. The historical context of their relationship also plays a crucial role. Singapore was briefly a state within the Federation of Malaysia from 1963. However, deep political and economic differences led to Singapore's separation in August 1965. This event marked a pivotal moment, compelling Singapore to forge its own destiny under conditions of extreme vulnerability. Malaysia continued its path, focusing on leveraging its resources and managing a complex federal structure. The separation, though fraught at the time, allowed each nation to pursue policies tailored to its unique circumstances, leading to the divergent outcomes we observe today. Malaysia's economic performance has been notable, yet it reflects a different scale and structure compared to Singapore. As of recent figures, Malaysia's gross domestic product is approximately £350 billion. Its GDP per capita hovers around £10,300. The Malaysian economy has traditionally relied on its commodity exports, such as oil and gas and palm oil. In recent decades, it has made significant strides in manufacturing and services, particularly in electronics and tourism. However, its economic growth, while steady, has faced periods of fluctuation influenced by global commodity prices and domestic policy shifts, creating a pattern of advancement that is sometimes uneven. Singapore, despite its lack of size and resources, presents a strikingly different economic picture. The city-state's GDP is remarkably high for its size, standing at around £400 billion. This figure is particularly impressive when considering its small population. Consequently, Singapore's GDP per capita is exceptionally high, approximately £67,800. This places it among the wealthiest nations globally. Singapore's economy is heavily reliant on international trade, financial services, high-tech manufacturing, and increasingly, biomedical sciences. Its strategic location and pro-business environment have been instrumental in attracting vast foreign investment and fostering robust growth. The contrast in per capita income between the two nations is particularly telling. Singaporeans, on average, enjoy a standard of living more than 6 times higher than Malaysians. This disparity reflects differences in economic structure, productivity levels, and the overall value generated by their respective economies. While Malaysia has a larger overall economy due to its bigger population and land area, Singapore has excelled in creating high-value jobs and industries. This focus on value creation has translated directly into greater individual prosperity for its citizens, shaping societal expectations and quality of life significantly. Both nations have actively participated in the global economy, yet their approaches and outcomes have varied. Malaysia has pursued policies aimed at industrialization and export promotion, with a significant role for state-owned enterprises. Singapore, conversely, adopted an open, outward-looking strategy from the outset, focusing on becoming an indispensable hub for global finance and logistics. It has consistently prioritized creating a stable, efficient, and corruption-free environment. This approach has made Singapore a magnet for multinational corporations and international talent, accelerating its economic transformation far beyond what its initial conditions might have suggested. One of the primary reasons for Singapore's extraordinary economic success lies in its consistently good governance. The country has benefited from stable political leadership that has prioritized long-term national interests over short-term gains. This leadership has maintained a strong emphasis on meritocracy, pragmatism, and the rule of law. Such an environment fosters predictability and trust, which are crucial for attracting investment and encouraging business development. The government's ability to plan meticulously for the future, anticipating challenges and opportunities, has been a hallmark of its approach, ensuring policies are both effective and adaptable to changing global landscapes. Furthermore, Singapore made education and human capital development a cornerstone of its national strategy from its early years. Recognizing that its people were its only significant resource, the government invested heavily in creating a world-class education system. This system aims to equip Singaporeans with the skills and knowledge needed to compete in a globalized economy. The focus has always been on quality, relevance, and adaptability, ensuring the workforce remains highly skilled and productive. This commitment to nurturing talent has paid enormous dividends, enabling Singapore to move up the value chain into sophisticated industries and services. Smart and strategic investments have also been pivotal to Singapore's ascent. The government has consistently invested in developing state-of-the-art infrastructure, including its port, airport, and telecommunications networks. These investments have enhanced Singapore's connectivity and efficiency, reinforcing its status as a leading global hub. Moreover, Singapore has been astute in directing investments towards future growth sectors, such as biotechnology, information technology, and sustainable solutions. This forward-looking investment strategy ensures the economy remains dynamic and competitive, capable of seizing new opportunities as they emerge on the global stage. In contrast, Malaysia's progress, while significant, has been comparatively slower, partly due to challenges in its political landscape and policy implementation. Political considerations have sometimes influenced economic decision-making, leading to policies that may not always align with optimal economic efficiency or long-term strategic goals. Issues related to governance, such as corruption and institutional reforms, have also been areas of concern, potentially impacting investor confidence and the overall pace of development. While Malaysia possesses considerable potential, unlocking it fully requires addressing these underlying structural and political factors to create a more consistently stable and predictable environment for growth. When comparing military capabilities, Malaysia allocates a smaller portion of its national budget to defense. Its military spending is around 1% of its GDP, translating to approximately £3.5 billion annually. The Malaysian armed forces are larger in terms of personnel, reflecting the country's size and geographical spread. Their focus is primarily on territorial defense, maritime security in its extensive waters, and contributing to regional peacekeeping operations. Malaysia's defense procurement has traditionally aimed at maintaining a conventional force structure capable of addressing these diverse security challenges across its vast land and sea territory. Singapore, despite its small size, dedicates a significantly larger proportion of its GDP to defense, typically around 3 to 4%, amounting to approximately £14 billion annually. This high level of spending reflects its poison shrimp doctrine, the idea of being a small but formidable deterrent. Singapore's military strategy emphasizes technological superiority and a highly trained, rapidly mobilizable force, largely built around national service or conscription. The Singapore Armed Forces invests heavily in advanced weaponry, cyber defense capabilities, and integrated systems, ensuring a qualitative edge to compensate for its lack of strategic depth and smaller population base. A key aspect of Singapore's defense posture is its strong network of international alliances and security partnerships. Singapore actively participates in multilateral defense exercises and maintains close ties with major global powers, including the United States, Australia, and countries within ASEAN. These relationships enhance its deterrent capabilities and provide avenues for training and technological exchange. This diplomatic and strategic engagement is considered a crucial force multiplier, complementing its own military investments and ensuring it is not isolated in a complex regional security environment. Malaysia also maintains defense relationships, but Singapore's are often deeper in specific technological areas. Ultimately, the divergent paths of Singapore and Malaysia illustrate a profound truth. Good governance and meticulous long-term planning are paramount for national success, particularly when resources are scarce. Singapore's journey demonstrates that even a small nation facing existential challenges can achieve remarkable prosperity and security through visionary leadership, a commitment to education, strategic investments, and a pragmatic approach to global engagement. Malaysia's story is one of considerable achievement based on its resource wealth, but its trajectory also highlights how political stability and consistent policy focus are vital to fully realizing a nation's potential. The Singapore model underscores that sound strategy and effective execution can indeed outshine inherent material advantages.